That's a serious question.
It's a
This is
good.
a serious thread.
It was a good joke. But
This is
yes.
hard.
So I have started recording now.
Oh, good. All right, all my jokes can come out.
Yes.
Joke.
We are the joke. We've come out.
Oh, we're a joke, everybody. Me, Bacter, and Nigroth are here to talk to you about Yume Nikki.
Yeah, I wanted to do this game for a while. This game is it's a bit difficult to get
Sure.
across because it is in my opinion an art game.
All right.
It,
What is an art game, Nigroth? What makes a game artistic?
uh I think like that dude that was doing Eversion
Yes,
had some very good criteria for
I thought so too.
what defines an art game.
Hmm?
Like I think you can have gameplay aspects and still be an art game.
Definitely.
I think maybe trying to facilitate triggering an emotion, trying to you know
Yeah,
try,
I like that.
because I think a lot of media, movies and things like that can be art, even though they might not be deep art. You know,
Sure.
deep.
High art, quote unquote.
Yeah. Like I mean, you have your pop art from people like Andy Warhol, and
Sure.
it was innovative because it was different and new and not the status quo
Right.
art.
It was making a statement and it was evoking things. Sure.
Yeah, and I feel to some degree this game really, I almost want to say it was pretty much the prototype for a walking simulator.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it
When did this come out? Was this is an old game then, or?
it was probably mid 2000s. There were like
Okay.
this was a game that was originally it's an RPG Maker game, I think, but like
Okay.
one of the earlier iterations of RPG Maker.
Sure.
And it was just like a solo project by one guy,
Cool.
and I think later on it was translated because while it's not massively dialogue heavy, there is
Yeah.
dialogue here and there.
Sure. Sure. No, but by Kikiyama, I see it's there.
Yeah.
So I know that Yama means a demon, right, or a devil of some kind in Japanese mythology. I
Well, I mean I know there's a few, like I know like Akuma is a word
sure.
for a demon.
Yeah.
You might be thinking of like the King of Hell,
Oh
which
yeah, the Yama Kings or something like that, right? The
yeah.
something like that. I don't know.
You probably reading too much to it. I don't even think the actual name of the game means something.
Okay.
Like I don't think it does.
Sure. That's fine.
For right now, we are going to start. Are you excited?
That's I am super pumped.
I'm just
Let's
hoping
jump into this.
I pressed the right button.
That looks like it. Okay. My room, get in bed, dream. Gets you back in bed. Wake up, press the 9 key. Okay.
Yeah, the game isn't. It's. I don't want to say it's not in depth, but the basic premise is pretty simple.
Okay. We get into the bed and we have dreams.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to get abilities, and we're going to have like a status screen because, like I said, this was made in RPG Maker. So
Sure.
there are RPG-esque elements.
Sure. I feel like some really surprisingly good stuff comes out of RPG Maker. I mean, I'm sure a lot of it's just, whatever Dragon Quest remakes or whatever, but
It
seems
it
like a lot of really good artistic stuff.
it can be a mixed bag.
Hmm.
Like it's an easily accessible medium
Okay.
that you know anybody can probably pick up and use and like place sprites down and be like,
Sure.
hey, go into the cabin and
Right.
defeat the slime.
Yeah, exactly. Or in our case, wake up in the sort of messy-ish room.
Yeah, it's not the most well kept place, but
Oh.
it's well enough. We can walk out on the balcony.
Ooh, I like it. Man, I would dig living in a the high-rise apartment like this, presumably.
It does appear that this person has a pretty Spartan lifestyle, though.
That's true.
They have
Yeah, I
they
don't see.
have.
I mean, I see a video game machine there of some kind,
Mhm.
or
And
a toaster.
and we can play that, but we're not going to play that because
Sure.
like you saw from the setup for the actual basics of the game. It's to
Yeah.
dream. So
Sure.
let's
Let's get to the business of dreaming. Oh, so we get a little countdown there.
yeah.
Ooh, okay. Back outside.
Yeah. Not massively different for a dream world.
Sure. But I mean, we dream about familiar elements.
Sometimes.
Oh. Hmm.
Hmm.
Oh, no video game machine.
Yeah. Well, no. Now the thing is, I think we can go at the yeah.
Ah, very nice. Whoa, okay, this is very different now. Now we're in this is like a Mega Man-ish choose your level kind of thing, maybe?
Yes. And the thing is, the game is pretty open-ended.
Okay.
You can go into any of these doors that you want right off the
Man,
bat, and there are quite a few.
a lot of these doors look pretty appealing, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. And the thing is, you are not familiar with the game, so you don't
Sure.
know. Like, even I am not 100% familiar with the game because
Yeah.
there are some very obtuse elements, I'd say, to the game.
Okay.
So
Hidden stuff and Easter egg secrets kind of stuff. I mean, or just like hard paths to learn how to exactly do the correct way.
yeah. Also,
Okay.
there are, I don't want to say red herrings, but there are a
Oh,
lot of things that may seem like they have a purpose, but they don't,
sure.
and vice versa.
Well, I mean, in dream logic, I guess that makes sense. So,
Because also the overall thing right now is that we have not been given any front-loaded story.
sure.
All we
Yeah,
know,
we're just a lady.
yeah, we are just a lady that went to sleep in our apartment.
I dig it. Okay, what door are you feeling?
Well, that's the thing. It's open-ended, so I'm going to leave it up to you.
Okay, I want to go in the flashing LED door. That's my
Flashing
favorite
LED
door. It's a Christmassy kind of door. It's a celebrationary door. It's a horrible world of electric tentacles and angry apple potato men.
No, some of them are fine. Like this guy over here, he's having a good time.
Yeah, look at that little flamingo with earwig pincers on it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like each one of the doors is a very unique visual experience.
That's cool. I appreciate that.
Like it's not just a slight difference. It's like, oh my
Sure.
god, it
I'm
is.
kind of getting like a Magicant vibe from here, from Earthbound.
Yeah, I can see that, but like it's something that you might only get for this particular world.
Yeah, sure. So these aren't like random encounters or fights or anything like that. They're just
No. Now, there are quote unquote fights, but it's not like a random battle type of thing.
Okay.
It's more or less this game is about exploration and
Sure.
looking around and seeing things. Like this weird ass statue here.
Just look at that guy, just kind of hanging out,
Yeah.
kind of doing his little dance.
He's the Atlas Shrugged of this world.
That's right. Who is John Electric
Yeah.
Man?
And it's not to say that these worlds are infinite.
Look at those guys. Just wow.
See, we've already looped back around. So,
All right, sure.
So I'd say the horizontal, is probably 3 or 4 screens.
Sure.
Let's see if we can explore the up and down.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, this isn't just going around looking at things. There
Right.
is
There's
actual stuff to find.
got
Sometimes,
stuff to do.
yeah, sometimes you can touch these things and things will happen.
So my
and-
immediate suspicion is maybe if we step on the blocks in a certain order, those little face guys. That's my
Yeah.
best way to describe them.
Now the thing is, like, we've seen a statue similar to that one, but it might not be the exact same one.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
And it might be one of those statues does something,
Okay.
or it's like some of these panels they might be doors.
Sure. I saw one earlier that I thought, ooh, that looks kind of door like. Whoa, hey.
Oh, what's this?
Got-
Is this pinball machine person?
Yeah, it's electric
wait.
pinball.
When I interact with them,
I heard a noise, but that might have been from stepping on that tile. But they're kind of blocking off entry up here, maybe?
yeah. Sometimes you can.
Yeah, see? That makes me think. Then maybe there's something to do with stepping on them. Maybe.
Maybe. He doesn't know either. He's like, I don't know.
Your guess is as good as your dream, man.
Yeah.
You put the pieces of this thing together.
This looks
Okay, it's a tongue guy, I guess. Oh yeah, kind of half translucent, glowing block things.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like even now we are still very unsure of what we are doing, what the point is, and that's more or less fine because you know it's about the experience and the looking around and figuring just is there a story? Is there not a story? Is this just an art installation?
I dig it. I'll tell you what this reminds me of. This area actually is. Have you ever done the like laser tag arenas? This reminds me of a laser tag arena.
We did have them back in the old country of the South.
I see. I understand.
We did.
Yeah. I went on that with a vacation with the wife's family down to Myrtle Beach, and it was my niece's birthday, and she wanted to do a laser tag place. So that's what this is making me think of.
Myrtle Beach is a very mixed experience for me. Being from North Carolina, as I am, the North Carolinian coast is, I would say, less than hospitable.
I see.
It's an area commonly referred to as the Outer Banks.
Yes, yeah.
And it's a very rocky, craggy, coastal reef.
Unless you just truck in sand by the ton, I guess, right? And then
it's pretty much a place where ships went to crash.
I see.
Back in the old.
Here we go, Marotsuki.
Sorry, I was just got some buttons.
That's fine. So, are we supposed to press 9 or whatever it was to?
Well, no. Like as of right now, we don't have any abilities. So
I see.
I hate to admit it, we've gotten a little bit lost.
I have gotten lost way before you. So
yeah, it's not a big world, but I feel like I feel like we should go look at another world.
Let's absolutely do that.
But yeah, the Outer Banks, mostly home to a lot of pirates.
Sure, right?
Because they would learn to navigate the reefs safely to escape.
That's cool. Yeah,
to escape,
and find the safe havens and stuff, and then be able to prey on ships and get away.
Yeah, but needless to say, not really a vacation spot. More or less a place you go to look at lighthouses.
Yeah, right. Do that whole East Coast thing.
But yeah, if you were a North Carolinian and you want to go to an actual beach, you go a little bit south into South Carolina. You go to Myrtle Beach.
There you go.
Myrtle Beach was where you went to drink Budweiser and have a mullet.
That sounds exactly correct. Boy, there were a lot of mullets. Yeah.
Which is strange because I'm thinking more of like the early '90s, and they are still.
No, it didn't stop. It continued. That mullet subculture. They're gray mullets now, but nonetheless proud.
Yeah. So while we didn't find anything in Electric Larry Land, that's not to say there isn't something there.
Sure.
It's just some things are a little bit easier to find. If I recall correctly, there is a really hard to spot, like, because there are worlds inside of the worlds.
Oh.
And sometimes you have to find really hard to find doors inside the worlds.
So there's kind of like a notice the pixel difference kind of door thing going on maybe in that world.
Yeah.
I see.
So, what? Pick another door. Which door?
How about the one that kind of looks like a robot that's screaming, if that makes any sense to you?
This one that's like,
You knew it. Yeah, that was the one. Go with me, come on. Yeah. Oh, man, I picked the weirdest worlds.
I think you will be not surprised to know that pretty much every one of these worlds is a bit strange.
It's like a scream factory. Ooh, look, there's 150 down there by that leg, arm, zipper, head man.
Yeah, I think this is supposed to be maybe like a motherboard.
Oh, I could see that. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
An eternally screaming motherboard with red numbers all over it.
Perhaps the numbers mean something. Perhaps they don't.
Ooh. Oh yeah, but the mind necessarily reaches for patterns. So there's some binary. Ooh,
So you want to try the door? Do you see where the door goes?
boy, do I! Let's see what we got in that glowy area. Oh, I'm hoping those are mushrooms. Either that or they're creepy skulls on pikes.
They are
No, those
lampposts.
are lampposts. Yeah, I see that now. All
Some
right.
some of the lampposts are lit. Some of them are not. I'm wanting
Oh, is that
I'm wanting to say I do remember there is a power. I do remember
okay?
there was a power up. No,
We can
there he is.
turn on. Hey, look at that little guy. Come here, you little scamp. Ooh, we got a lamp power.
Got a lamp. So we
What do you
can
do with a lamp?
well, what is the description say?
Become a lamp. Well, that seems straightforward. Hey, look at us. That's I mean they weren't kidding. That's just right what it said on the tin. That's for people that want. So can we then light the other lamps maybe, or can we see our way in darkness maybe with this one?
Um yes, I think there is a part later on where we can use the lamp to illuminate an area.
Very nice.
But I don't think interacting with these individual lamps does anything.
Yeah, sure. This is just the land of lamps.
Where we did find a pleasant lamp.
I see. So is the wake up with key 9, is that like in case you get hopelessly lost and you just,
Yeah, I'm
want to
wondering.
reset or something like that?
I do think there are some dead ends, or there's just parts where like where I said before, like man, I got lost because
Yeah,
as you can probably tell from this particular location, not a lot in the way of landmarks.
sure. Yeah,
So
totally.
let's see if I can.
So are you a dreamer? Do you frequently remember your dreams? I think everybody's supposed to have them, but some people don't remember them.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I typically don't either. I very infrequently have dreams that I remember.
I think I'm one of those people where, like, in that initial fog of waking up,
Mm-hmm.
I'll remember like
Like a detail or
a little
something.
bit,
Yeah.
or I have these really weird sensations where
Mm.
I'll be doing something and I'll suddenly recall I had a dream about this.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah. And it's yeah, not like I've done this before, but like, oh, and sometimes it's not even like I was necessarily doing this exact object. It's like the feeling was the same, you know? Like I remember feeling this particular way in a dream or something.
Yeah, it's strange for me. It's more strange for me because it is something more exact, but it's usually something
Huh.
very inane or plain,
I
like
see.
opening a door. Like it could
Like
be
you
a
dreamed
door.
about opening this door.
Yeah, but it was a
I see.
very specific instance of opening said door.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Also,
Huh.
I'm not sure if you noticed there, but we are back in the waking world.
I do see that. Yeah.
The
Our
time
video game machine is there.
and the time of day has changed.
Oh, has it? That's neat.
Yeah, and oddly enough, actually, yeah,
Are we
we can't
two now?
use any of our powers.
Sure. I guess we're
Uh,
in the waking world, so.
we are a dream warrior.
Yeah.
Also,
Instructions remain the same. Drop effects in the door room. Oh, I see. Okay, the door room would obviously be that main hub area.
yeah.
And
So,
you can save the desk.
I'm not sure if you noticed like the animation she did for waking up.
Mm-hmm.
She pinched her cheek.
Here you go, to make sure you're awake or whatever.
Yeah, it's that old chestnut that
Yeah.
that people have.
Right, you pinch yourself to
Like,
make sure that you're awake.
watch me, I'm dreaming.
Oh, okay, we dropped it. Now it's a glowing egg.
Now as to why you would want to do this,
Yes,
maybe there are some negative effects.
one would wonder.
Yeah,
Maybe being a lamp wouldn't be good some places.
yeah there. Well, I'm pretty sure there are some very negative power
I
ups.
see. Some
And
you would just never want, basically. So,
yeah, and there are quite a few powers.
okay,
Uh,
sounds good. Let's proceed.
Uh, any door striking your fancy? I mean,
How about the two eyeball door? Let's see about that one. Down and to the right. Yeah, there we go. I like a door with two eyes on it.
googly eyes.
That's right. It's like the old saying. Woo, hello eyes. Kind of like a recurring, kind of like Mayan theme almost going on. Aztec kind of looking thing, you know?
Yeah, and some
Huh.
people categorize this game as like a very almost early creepy pasta or a
I
horror
can see
game.
that.
And it does have some horror themes to it, but it never gets
Like outright horrifying or
yeah
whatever.
the horrifying stuff is kind of hidden. There is some horrifying stuff.
Interesting. Okay.
It's
But
just
you have to dig for it, huh?
yeah.
Hmm.
I
I
think
mean, we do have disembodied eyeballs and hands reaching up to pull us out or pull our guts out or whatever they're doing. I don't trust those hands.
something like it looks like things are trapped in the ground.
Hmm. Is it ever going to get as bad as somebody cutting off all of your limbs and then cauterizing the stumps? Because I've
Mm,
seen that.
No,
You've
no.
shown me that before.
There's a pretty large limitation to what you can probably in RPG.
You know, I'm sure that's true. No, like super custom animations like that.
Not really, no.
Ooh, here's a hand and eye gateway. Maybe. Can you not walk through the eyes?
Walk through the eye.
Mm,
Act with. If anything, it's at least a very odd landmark. I mean,
sure is.
we can use that and maybe start going across here.
Yeah, we can navigate with it.
Oh look, he
Oh,
doesn't
this is
have,
a little leggy.
doesn't
Oh,
have a
there's
leg to
a lot of
stand
blood
on.
coming out of those guys too now.
All right, he doesn't give a power.
No, he doesn't care about us. He's just a leg.
But you were mentioning like a very I guess Aztec theme. Does this particular dream also give you? I don't
Oh, yeah. I
like
could see like a sacrifice kind of thing going on.
well like what would you say about a person who is having like a dream like this?
Well, I guess I would say they've got something pretty heavy on their mind. Maybe that this is sort of a body horror kind of thing, you know?
I think that's something that that is I guess I don't want to say a misconception. It's easy to for a dreamer to take a dream at a very
Ooh,
base value.
sure.
But as we all know, dreams are more metaphorical.
Yeah, it's a symbolic, interpretive kind of thing.
Yeah, I know. I know one of the most commonly known ones is like falling. Like if you're falling off a cliff or something like that,
Hmm.
it's more. That means like you have this feeling that you're not in control of your life.
Yeah,
So
I have heard stuff like that. I heard something that I thought let's go in this awful head. By the way, that sounds good to me. Ooh, hey guys. Just hanging out in here. Thanks for stopping by. Um, no, I heard something that was really interesting. It's talking about dream interpretation, which and I've mixed feelings about. But the article that I read was arguing that the really important thing when it comes to dream interpretation is dreams are a completely symbolic language.
hmm.
And so they're expressed in these non-linguistic terms. And the important part about dream interpretation is figuring out, like listening very carefully to the words that someone would use to describe their dream, because that's their brain working to decode the symbols into language. And so, for instance, if they saw somebody who was, um, shining in a dream and who was like giving off light, then you might be like, well, what do you think of when you think of that? And they're like, well, I guess bright. Well, what else could bright, like, does bright mean? Well, bright could mean intelligent or important or, I mean, like,
Yeah.
however their brain decides to decode the symbols, that's the important part of the dream interpretation.
Yeah.
Like, I've always sort of rejected the idea that, like, one thing always means one other thing in a dream. Like, I definitely think falling could mean being out of control, but it could mean And you know, like it's your brain coming up with a language all its own, sort of an audio visual language.
Sure, sure. But yeah,
And so listening to a person describe what they saw is like the real value to dream interpret. I just thought it was really interesting. It was a cool idea.
also very interesting. We found in something we can interact with.
Oh, did you? Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
You can make the pancreas cough.
Yeah, we've entered into a very bizarre realm.
Yeah. I mean, I'm seeing I guess like sickness here maybe. I don't know. Ugh. I'm sorry guys. I'm sorry organs that were making you do this. I mean, they're definitely organs of some kind. Maybe oh, hey, there's a thing.
Yeah, the thing is, sometimes things we don't want to touch them.
Sure.
Sometimes
I'm all for not touching things in this area.
sometimes things might teleport us, in the sense of like a one-way teleport.
Oh, that's bad. Make us retrace our steps and what have you.
Yeah, though it could very well be that there is nothing of use in this area
Sure.
outside of.
But we should at least make everything cough. I agree with that.
Do you think that might do something?
Oh, well, it's possible. Can we go up any more, incidentally? It looked like the path went a little bit up past where we were at. No, okay.
It needs to be a dead end.
Yeah.
But no, I do find interpretation to be a very polarizing thing. I think it's
Totally.
pretty inherent. But it does remind me of I watched this British horror like TV movie from like the 70s.
Okay.
And it was very interesting because it was pretty much a ghost story. It was called The Stone Tape.
Okay.
Except
Sounds interesting.
except
I think I've heard of ideas of the stone tape before. Isn't that supposed to be like, ooh, all right, here we are in the blood veins. Can't you like hear something that was sort of like recorded? It was almost like the stone recorded something. You know, is that
yeah,
sort of what they were talking about?
That's pretty much it. Like these people had rented out a castle, like an old-timey castle.
Which does happen over there.
Yeah, the British Isles are filled with old-timey castles.
Totally.
And these people were trying to use said castle as just a safe haven to work on their projects.
Okay.
And the current project they were working on was pretty much an easier means of saving data and transferring data, because this was like early mid-70s, so there were still magnetic spools of
Right. Big spools of tape and what have you. Hey, a vending machine.
Is that something we can interact with? Maybe.
Maybe. I'd like. Yeah, I see what you mean.
But yeah, so as they were working on this, there was. I think we want to stay away from that person.
Yes. Oh, golly. That's horrifying.
There was one particular room in the castle that they needed to use.
Okay.
But for some reason the laborers just would not touch it. So
Always a bad sign.
Yeah, something about it just was inherently spooky.
Sure.
So the guy, like the head researcher, was like, pish posh bar.
None of this nonsense, right? Yeah.
We
I'll
are men
move
of
in myself.
science.
Yeah. Right. Modern man won't believe and won't fall for your tricks.
Now I'm horribly attracted to this poor magma man.
Oh, hey, buddy, let's go talk to that old guy. What's going on, Magma Man?
He
doesn't care about us.
He's uninterested.
He's got bigger fish to fry.
He's probably hiding from that horrible bird woman.
He probably is. That's my ex.
But yeah, so they're working, and the head researcher is just like, we need this room.
Sure.
Damn the workers, whatever.
Right.
But
doing it.
Another one of the researchers, as they were all in this room, suddenly has a horrible vision of this woman on a nearby staircase, and the woman is just screaming.
Ugh.
She's standing on the staircase, screaming at something.
Okay.
And it ends up being that gradually over time, more and more of the research team is able to see this vision.
Sure.
Like, it's not immediately Like initially, they think
This poor woman's nerves have gotten to her or
yeah,
whatever.
it's a woman, so obviously she doesn't have
It's being the 70s, right? Yeah, it
stiff
was her
upper
her
lip.
her inferior female brain wasn't able to handle the rigors of.
Yeah, so initially they don't believe it, but gradually over time, each one of them starts to see it,
Interesting. Okay.
and it ends up being that their thought process here is that somehow this vision is not so much a ghost, but more or less a recording
I say.
that is permeating out from the ancient stone,
Interesting.
and that it just takes time for the brain to break down the understanding to be able to make it cognizant.
I see.
And
That's that's a neat idea. Yeah.
yeah. The worst thing is that as they're discussing this and as they're trying to figure it out, the main researcher, like this is basically like his make or break point in the world of science.
Sure.
And for some reason or another, his first inclination is, man, I think we can make a profit off this.
Of course.
Because
right.
his thought, their overall thought process is that the image that is locked in the stone is something triggered by some intense emotional happening.
Sure.
And this,
and it sort of embeds itself in the stone in that way.
yeah, usually a ghost, as I go into so many dead ends. Sorry, I saw that one door.
Yeah.
And I know I can get to that door. It's just
sure.
as you can imagine,
this is a maze area.
It is a multi-screen maze. We are not hitting like a wall boundary. The world is looping around and around and around.
That's its own kind of nightmare, I suppose. Being stuck in a tiny place.
Yeah.
A tiny, confusing, I guess it's either blood or lava or something.
Yeah, like at this point, I have completely lost where we started.
Oh boy.
You remember that vending machine?
I do remember that.
I have no idea where that
seen that
be.
in days, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen...
Oh, there's that horrible bird woman.
I can't even be certain that is the same bird woman.
Yeah, it may just be a different bird woman.
Yeah, I mean, it's at least a marker.
Yeah, it's something. It's something different than walls and floor, which is kind of what you go for.
That isn't the same shape we came in on.
No, it's got that little thing on the bottom there.
Oh, there's a vending machine, I think.
There you go.
Unless there's another vending machine.
This has always made me nervous in these games. I always wanted to plot them out with, sheet of paper and pen and all that. I used to like doing that.
Well, you'll be
back when they had the... Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I was just happy to know that there is a massive fan base for this.
Oh, nice.
And
it's got a cult following, would you say?
Yeah. Yeah, they're... Uh-oh.
No.
I'm hoping to juke her.
Please, lady. Oh, there you go.
Okay. Because I feel like there might be something good down this hallway here.
Yeah. Whenever somebody's moving real fast, your inclination is maybe you're not supposed to let them get to you.
Yeah.
Fortunately, her pathfinding doesn't seem to be the greatest, which is nice.
Yeah, pretty much, I would say every secret that this game has to offer has probably been figured out.
Sure.
So, yeah, if
you want to 100% it, then you can. Do we? No. Oh, and there's that horrible bird lady again.
Leave me alone.
Gosh, she's awful. Tongue drooling out of there. So we got spikes. We got
this bird lady.
Different kind of native. Oh, there's a gateway. Maybe we can get away from her. Ooh. Okay, now we're in a forest.
I think this might be one of the starting areas.
Ghost, you had too much to drink.
Oh.
Ghost, you gotta go home. Uh-oh, we've attracted a vomiting ghost.
I interacted with it. I don't know if that was a good thing.
Well, now we've got a vomit ghost and a blood ghost.
Yep.
The ghost was celebrating the New Year's a little bit too much.
Yeah, I'm wanting to say we might have looped into one of the starting doors.
Okay. I dig it.
But yeah.
It's hard to tell. I mean, the game seems to be kind of massive, actually. Like,
Oh, it is.
yeah, we can go back. All right.
Yeah, we can go back.
That's one way to lose the ghost, I suppose. Oh, there's that lady.
Yeah. But was this a one-way?
Yeah, ooh, we can go up too. It looks like kind of a hub area, maybe, or at least a connection
Yeah.
point between different worlds. Oh no, it's more forest up here. I thought I
Does,
heard her laughing a bit too.
oh, so does one way bring us to the... Okay.
Top and one way to the bottom, or something like that.
Yeah. I don't think, though, that we can get back to the blood maze from...
Yeah, okay. That was maybe a one-way thing.
Well, do you want to see if anything happens when she touches us?
Yeah, might as well. Let's smack right into her. Yep, we get teleported to a tiny little world.
Yep.
Did she eat us or what?
Do you think
In her stomach.
Do you think she ate us?
That's my interpretation. She crammed us right in her slavering maw.
Well, if anything, that's one of the many reasons why you need a wake.
Yeah, thank you. We woke up from that nightmare.
Yeah, but
Nice.
yeah, I think that might be a good place to stop.
I agree. Let's call that our initial foray, and let's explore a bit more in the future.
Our initial four-way.
Ooh, watch out. 4-tile area. So thanks for watching this game. What's it called again? I actually forgot.
Yume Nikki.
Yume Nikki. Thanks for watching Yume Nikki
Yeah.
with the two of us for the Art Games thread. We'll catch you squares later.
Bye bye.